What's up, guys? Back again with another video. So this is just a quick update video. So yeah, I'm gonna call that GRIMM, right? So this is my low C TLR tuned LMT, right? This thing is not at all stock. I've done several videos on it, but this is its final form. Like, the only thing that I don't have on it right now, which is put away up underneath the body, is the flags. So yeah, this thing is ready to roll, ready to rip. I could not be any happier with it. I'm smiling right now looking at it, because this is probably one of my best builds I've ever done. Like, it has almost no flaws to it. This has like 2 flaws to it right now, and that's because I placed one hole in the chassis just slightly off, and I'm calling that a flaw. And the body, I had to go through a couple iterations of figuring out where I wanted the body posts to land, and then I ended up putting on a different system to attach the body beyond that. So like, I have extra holes in the body that I don't need to. Yeah, I have like 4, 6 extra holes that I don't need. But yeah, other than that, yeah, this thing's golden. I'll roll down, or I'll give a rundown of what is underneath the hood and what I did to it, you know. So this started off as a kit. Right, you can buy that shit right off Amazon. Come to your door, lickety split, depending on how much money you pay for delivery. So I'll take the lid off here, and we'll zip through it real quick. It's really not that much to it. It's performance based, more or less. Right, I got a couple of little bells and whistles for to make it a little bit more scale, which is the flags. I got lights and sounds. So those are my scale details. It is running a Mama Monster X. I will be running this at 6S because this is a heavy truck. So I have a, how big is the motor? I think it's like a 22, 24, I forget. I'll look. 22. It's a 2200 kV. You know, it's kind of a fat boy motor in here. You know, not over the top, but strong enough to push the vehicle. I put this on full beans when it's up on the lift here, as it were. And yeah, it's just absolutely insane. It's super solid, super chunky. I got Proline shocks that actually fit on a Max Slash on here, not the 110 shocks that came with the kit. I had to change them out because when I put these Terreal bead blocks on here, it put so much weight. I was bottoming out the shocks, so I went up on that, and then I had to change the shock wheel in it because I had 30 weight in there. That wasn't enough. I doubled it to 60 just to handle the weight of the truck, right? I got a wheelie bar from China with some Traxxas wheels on it because I didn't like the other ones. They're like hard plastic, and I didn't want to hear them. I thought they would perform a little bit better, but they're good wheels too. They just don't have the rubber on them. So they got bearings and everything, offsets, the whole bit. So this thing is 4-wheel steer, if I want it to be. It has 2 56 kg perfect passed servos in it. And yeah, that pretty much covers it. Oh, it's got some Chinesium steel under armor to help, you know, carry some of the damage to the underside, you know. There's just one more box to check. Yeah, other than that, like, that's it. This thing is ready to race, ready to do stunts, ready to do anything and everything. You know, it's just, if I were to drop this on the ground in front of you, be like, yo, that's great. It soaks that up. I'm like, yep, they don't bottom out. And if this does bottom out, it's such a soft bottom out, you can't even tell. You know, I dropped this from like shoulder height, and I'm 6 foot, right? And I just dropped that shit flat, and it soaks it up. It does not bottom out from 5 foot drop, or rather a 5 foot static drop. So, yeah, that's pretty dope. I really couldn't ask for a better built truck. You know, I'm happy that I built it. But yeah, I think anybody would be proud to have this. A couple little points on it that I got to think about because I want to correct. Like, I don't quite like how the wheelie bar is. Like, there's too much deflection in it, and that's not with the load from the springs, right? I got this in here with 4 screws, and it's supported by a lot of different things, but still, it makes me worry, and it don't seem like it's solid enough. But this was an addition that I put on here that is not stock. It's an aftermarket part that I made work. You know, I changed out the wheels on it. You know, I mean, like, literally, like, I only took what I wanted from it, and then I built it up from what I had on hand. So yeah, this is probably a 50% or better. Nah, this is like a custom truck, 100% custom truck. You know, I got some stuff that isn't really custom, but whatever. This is my GRIMM grave digger that I built. So yeah, I'm excited. So there's this thing, like I said, this thing is race ready. And I got a race that I'm going to enter on the 30th at Rutledge Farms. They got a monster truck thing going on there with RC cars and whatnot, and yep, this is my entry right here. This bad boy, bad mama jamma, right? And why would you not enter a Gravedigger RC car into a RC monster truck race? You know? Should have put the flags on it right here so y'all could see it. Man, you ain't missing out on much of nothing. I gotta figure out some a different mounting system for my flags, I think, because like if I put the flags on here and then I do a wheelie, them flags are gonna go in the dirt, right? Because my flags, they plug in right down here, and they'll stick out like this, or rather out like this. And yeah, when this thing goes to do its wheelie, which I kind of planned that a little bit too. Alright, you guys should be able to see. So that's pretty much maximum height for the wheelie. So if I have my flags there and they point out, they're probably going to drag in the dirt. Unless I point them straight up. If I point them straight up, they're going to be, you know, out like that. And that's no big deal. That's fine. But if they're like this, which is what kind of like how they're aimed, they're going to drag in the dirt. I don't know. We'll see. I probably won't run it or race it with the flags on. That'll be for like when I do stunts and whatnot. Like if I'm actually trying to, you know, make a race, you know, do a down and back with this thing, I'm going to have to not have the flags on. I don't know, probably add drag anyways, so we'll see. The flags were just, you know, a scale detail for show, and, you know, another thing to make it look that much cooler. You know? Cool points, right? Cool points. Because that's really the name of the game, is being cool. Oh, well, so since I'm both of these things right here in my hand are for this, but they didn't get on here because I haven't figured out a solve for it yet. So I got to resolder this, but this is a magnetic connect for the lights on the body, so I can just pull the body off, and then the lights are a quick disconnect along with that. And then I have this bumper, which somehow got bent. I'm wondering how I bent it. So yeah, I got this for this thing, but right, nowhere to put it on there. I mean, if I do that, then when I go down here, it interferes with everything that's down below. You know, and I would really like to have a bumper on this, or front bumper on this. You know, I could just about put it onto the servo, because that's just about right, but I really would like to have it attached to the chassis, but it don't reach. You know, it'll be underneath, sure. Now I can definitely put it underneath, but that serves no purpose for me, it being underneath, and it interferes. So, yeah, this thing don't get a front bumper until I figure out how to use that in a different way, or I put it on a different truck. So, no front bumper. It don't have no rear bumper, but it has a wheelie bar, so technically that's a bumper. Alright, enough for me yammering about GRIMM here, and yeah, I just need to call it and say thanks for swinging in, and we'll see you on the next one. And yeah, I'll see about getting some footage of the race up on the channel so that you guys can see what I got myself into. But anyways, yeah, we'll frame this in a little bit better for you and say bye-bye for now.